Sam, can you talk us through your experience of the ball toss with the serve?
For me, the ball toss is almost the most important thing. It almost acts like your feet on a ground stroke or a volley, or your ball toss is what's going to get you in position. I feel you want it up in a position where you can hit a number of serves off the same toss, and something that can be consistent over the course of a match, over the course of a tournament, over the course of a year, your career, everything. Without a decent ball toss, you're not going to be able to serve it as well as you want to.
Yeah. And having a look at some of the footage of your serve, you get the ball toss quite a way in front. Is there a reason for that, or?
For me, I'm trying to get forward quite a bit, so my ball toss is probably a little further forward than some people might want it.
Yeah.
But like I said, you want something that your ball toss you can hit every serve off. So you want to be able to throw it out there, be able to go tee, be able to go wide. Normally without your opponent picking it. The more experienced people you play, or the better level you start to get to. For me, if I start to throw my ball toss out to the right, guys are going to know I'm hitting a slider. And for me, at my level, guys sit on that and they're too good. So it's all about disguise and something consistent. You want a high percentage of first serves, and without a consistent ball toss, you'll never get that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? All right. So with the ball toss, I guess from a beginner's point of view, I always talk about the ball toss for a right-hander going between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So 12 o'clock obviously straight up here, 1 o'clock just to the right.
Yep.
That's for a first serve obviously as well, so you should be able to hit a flat serve and a slice serve with that one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think anything changes for me in the same situation. I'm looking for something that's up there, sort of just to the right of my head, up, something I can extend up to fully. And like I said, hit a flat serve, hit a slice serve.
What about your second serve? Does your ball toss vary a little bit with the second serve?
Yeah, I think as you'll see in the footage, I tend to throw my second serve ball toss a lot further over my head to the left. It allows me to rip up the back of the ball and get that serve that kicks away and gets out of guys' hitting zones a little bit more. Yeah,
okay, so with that, I guess, if we said 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock for a first serve, maybe 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, or do you even further than 11 o'clock?
Maybe depending on your standard, you don't want to be chasing the ball out there if you haven't got the racket head speed or the control. I'd say I'd probably get it maybe even out to a 10 o'clock at times. For me personally, quite a quick arm and trust that serve a lot. Over a number of years, I've got a lot of trust in my second serve, but definitely over towards sort of 11 and 12. And like I said, for me, it's probably a 10 at times.
Yeah, well, you've got that big flexible arm as well that can bend back a little bit more. So, good point. So you need to adapt that to your own strengths and weaknesses as well, I guess, with your arm.
Yeah, and it's something that you can fiddle with and develop, and that over time. If you can't hit a slider off a ball toss at 12, maybe you need to look to get it to more to the 1 o'clock and those sorts of things on your first serve. And if you can't generate spin, maybe you want to go to 10, or if you feel like you're hitting the ball off the frame a little bit too often, maybe you want to bring it back to 11 or a 12 a little bit more.
Okay, great. And what about the action itself of putting the ball up? A lot of people are really interested in finding out how do you actually place the ball up. Have you got any tips or tricks for that?
I think exactly what you said though. You want to place it up there. Even myself, when I get a little bit nervous, you grip the ball a little bit tighter and you find yourself forcing it up there a little bit. But one of the things I think about is having a really slow left arm and just placing the ball up there nicely, not forcing it up there. And one of the triggers I sort of use on my serve is slow and then go. Slow with that left arm, get the ball toss up, and then really go after it.
That's a great tip. Slow and go, isn't it? Nice and steady at the start, and then build it up.
That's it.
All right, fantastic.